Welcome to Sunday Sacred Self-Care Yoga, Easter edition. Relax on your back. This is where the elite meet to get off their feet and be indiscreet. Sure is nice to have you. About the first 58 minutes of this class are just lounging around. So relax, take a little load off. Great to have you. Thank you for the input, Mojgan. Nice to see you, dearest. We are a small and mighty group so far, and I am delighted to be with y'all. We are calm and peaceful souls. We'll celebrate Easter from whatever angle you celebrate it from. A renewal of life, a resurrection of spirit, a restoration of well-being. Good, let's find the rhythm, the pattern of our breath. Welcome if you're joining in on YouTube, Facebook live streams. I also record this and put it on the YouTube channel of mine. It's called A Channel of Thy Peace, if you'd like to look it up. Direct your breathings down to your belly button. Make a meditation of the rise and the fall of your belly button. Ample time on the back to start, maybe 4 more minutes. So plenty of time to disengage your brain, find your deeper self. So the gentle theme of today's class is, what does Easter mean to you, if it means anything? Feel through your body. How you feeling today? What signal is being sent to you, and how are you translating it? Are you an accurate translator of signal? Now, if you would, just take a really big inhalation, the biggest one that your current container contains. Big inhale. And a big outhale. Pull the plug on the tub. I'm emptying my hot tub today. I pulled the plug on it and emptied it out. Let's do the same. Death and rebirth with every breath. Just reside and abide in a nice period of quiet. We're not going anywhere today. We're already there. What a ripoff. We're not going anywhere except for the magnificence of right here, right now. Pick up the oars out of your boat. Let yourself float. Drifting downstream. Good. Wiggle your fingers and toes gently. Circulate some brand new, fresh life force through your body. Get what you need. Arms up to the ceiling. A gentle stretch up over your head with your hands laced. Gentle today. We have 60 minutes of gentle recover from yesterday yoga on the schedule. Good. Draw your knees in, hug them in, roll around a little bit, get some pleasing movement. Connect with your soma, not the prescription painkiller, but your body. By rolling around on your back a little bit, you get some circulation back there. Backs really get neglected because they're always back there. Good. And then come up. You could roll up or push yourself up or Ronco yoga crane yourself up, but sit up, please. Hello. Happy Sunday. Now, my metrics, my streaming metrics show that there's 3 on Zoom. And there's 7,000 to 8,000 people around the world on the various streaming devices. So cheers to everyone. Thank you for coming. What does Easter mean to you? If you're a Zoomer, it means you don't come to Sunday Sacred Self-Care class, except for the really smart people. Now, the live streamers will be studying the topic of Easter. Now, I'm not here to offend anybody. I'm an Easter agnostic myself. I love eggnog, but Easter means a lot to me, but I'm not here to proselytize. I'm here mostly to drink coffee, to move my body around, and to enjoy life anew. That's the meaning of Easter to me. Let's go, shall we? Seated forward fold. We'll do some movements together. Come on down. The price is right. So this whole topic of Easter and this thing that happened a couple of millennia ago, it's a big litmus test for a lot of humans. Do you believe that story? And sway a little bit left and right. Should you be convinced of that story? Should somebody preach so effectively that you're convinced to believe it? Move your head around, shake your shag, dip your do. And then hold perfectly still. The answer to that story is in stillness. It's blowing in the wind. It's out on Highway 61 is where it is. Abraham said, God, where do you want this killing done? And God said, out on Highway 61. Inhale, come up, kitty mittens. And we'll inhale for an Om. We're going to the Om Depot today. Hands on your knees. Do you know where Bob Dylan's reference of Highway 61 came from? That's where Robert Johnson sold his soul to the devil. Good. This is Easter, though, so we shan't talk about that. Now, I'm going to go down and to the right and swircle back around. Down and to the right and around. Just some movement. No cartwheels, no backflips today. Maybe later. Good. And then we'll cease going that direction, and that offers the other direction, down and around. Get your happy on. The yoga scriptures say that if the mind is still, then bliss appears. But when the mind is busy, bliss has to take a back seat. Why would you want to keep bliss in the back seat? Bliss could be your co-pilot in the front. One more. Fantasticals. All right, now switch the cross of your pins. Pull back on your hi, how you doings. Now I'm curious, how tall can you sit? My bodily proportions are somewhat unusual. I have a very long midsection, so from the tailbone up, I'm about as tall as a person who's 6'6". So I can sit very tall. Might be kind of threatening if you're never seen such a thing. Close your eyes. Practice peace and patience, poise. Be unusually content for no apparent reason. Of course, we could have more. Amazon is always calling. Buy me, it says. But if you're not happy with what you have now, what difference would more make? So let's practice contentment and gratitude for exactly what we have. Big inhale. And a forward fold on this side. Come on down. Move your head around. Maybe by moving your head, we can move the sense of where we exist in our body a little lower. Get that 18-inch drop from our brain to our heart. Inhale, look forward at your bright future. That's one meaning of Easter, isn't it? The bright future, springtime. Exhale, deepen. Be unusually content for every apparent reason. Be content with the content of your life. Come on up. Good job, and we'll inhale up. Oh. It's nice to Om with your friends. We get into a vibrational groove together. Peace on earth. I truly believe one person practicing peace radiates an energy that helps 10,000 people who aren't. Call me crazy. Many people do. Good. Relax your paws down. Now go back to this cross of your legs. Now big, soft mitts on top of your knees. Scrub your shoulders around. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8. Other way. I guess for me, the deepest meaning of Easter for me, I'm just saying for myself, is have I ever come back from the dead? I think what possible meaning does Easter have unless it relates to our own experience? 7, 8. I've come back from the dead a few times. Is that too bold of a claim? Inhale up. Exhale out. Arms forward. Pull in. Brush your side. Come back around to the front. Well, what do you mean, Greg? You physically died and you come back to life? Isn't that somewhat blasphemous to say that? It's not what I'm saying. Pull in. And then pause with your paws at your side. I'm talking more of a psychological or emotional death. Many humans go through those. It's not at all unusual. The death of hope, the death of anticipation, the death of joy. And then it's quite possible to come back to life, isn't it? Go forward, go out, circle back, brush forward. Perhaps one of the great messages of Easter is whenever we're down and out, we're at the lowest possible point, that springtime is always coming. It's always darkest before the dawn. And that if we'll persevere in faith and trust, the dawn will always come for each and every one of us. The earth proves it every year, doesn't it? Right about this time, for those of us in the Northern Hemisphere, the world comes back to life. Exhale out. Now, cross your right arm underneath your left. Hug yourself. And if your arms fold them up like this and go ups and downs with your elbows. Of course, Easter, the springtime celebration, has been celebrated by human cultures and civilizations for thousands and thousands and tens of thousands of years. The winter of death is over. The days get longer. The plants go crazy. Now take your elbows to the right, nose to the left. Relax your head, tilt it to the left. Be unusually content for no apparent reason. As the Zen master says, what in this very moment is missing? Good, and then bring the situation back to the center. Undo your arm units. And inhale. And an outhale. And then wing your left arm under. And then make out with yourself. And then folds them up if they does. Ups and downs. Good, then elbows much to the left, nose much to the right. Tilt your head to the right, close your eyes. You could pray if you want. You could aim your soul. All expression relaxed from the face, no one to push, no one to prod, no one to placate, nothing to promote, nothing to push. And back to the center, release thy arms. Okay, let's get our angel wings going, shall we? Arms out, and then up your chakras, meaning behind your back, behind your neck, and out. What a beautiful movement. We admire the great yogis, the people who can twist their bodies into astonishing positions of contortionist absurdity, but isn't it equally wonderful to make simple, graceful, elegant, rhythmic movements with our body? And out. Good. Hands on your knees. Drop your chin, close your eyes. Now make ujjayi breathing, that soft, whispery, throaty sound at the back of your throat. Let's practice acceptance of exactly the way this moment is, right here, right now. Is it possible to say, I accept this exact moment exactly the way that it is? When we practice enoughness, contentment, okayness, it creates a vacuum that pulls more in. Gratitude is the great vacuum that opens up space so that more comes in. Nature abhors a vacuum cleaner. Good, now lace your hands, thumbs up, and drag your thumbs down your sternocleidos on the side of your neck. Five, 6, 7, 8. Before I started doing this, I had like no neck, and now my neck is really long. Dig your thumbs underneath your jawbone And the best part is relaxing your face down into your hands. And go grooving around with your thumbs. Come grooving up slowly with your thumbs. Come together. Dig in. Where were you when the song Come Together by the Beatles came out? Hold steady pressure. Pause down, drop chin, take your cabeza around. 1, 2. Let the static of thinking quell, so the appearance of bliss can swell. 5, 6, 7, 8. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Relax your chin down, about 22 seconds, shoulders relaxed, spine tall, eyes closed, face soft. It's not really about the movements, is it? It's totally about the movements, and it has nothing to do with them. There's something deeper going on. There always is. There's way more going on below the surface than there is above the surface for those willing to have a peek. So have a peek experience, peek inward. This is the place where problems are solved, situations resolved, dilemmas healed. Good, kids. Now take your paws out, palms up, elbows together, and then lean carefully into your wrists. Drop your chin. Be very sensitive to the amount of sensation. Most people that do yoga and contemplative practices, those who can say it, are generally sensitive people. They feel things strongly. So learn to be aware of various gradations of senses. Now try a little left and right just to amplify things a bit. It's interesting to be right at the edge of your tolerance, the line between tolerance and intolerance. When you can tolerate that, you're evolving and growing every day. Good. Now come up out of that. Your hands are permanently bent. Sorry about that. So we'll sit like this. We'll go like that. That's a cool movement. Are you going to win an Olympic gold medal for doing this? Who cares? Exhale. Inhale. Good. Now take your paws behind your back. Bring them up to the height of your bra strap. Pack the back of your wrists in your pits. Elbows inside your knees. How you doing with the elbows squeezing together thing? Drop your chin. Be an Easter egg. Withdraw into your prayer capsule. Flatten your feet. Drop your chin. Yoga word is pratyahara, withdrawal of senses inward. When we turn our senses inward and they combine together, our 5 senses, they gain the strength of a laser beam and they burn through the unconsciousness, the accretion of emotional blockage, psychological patterns. It burns in and through that stuff. Okay, feet units together. Gentle shaking your sore wrists after that. Floppy flips. Cup your hands at your beautiful heart. Drop your chin. Feel Easter. Feel the rebirth of spirit, the renewal of life, the resurrection of well-being within yourself. The story must mean something to us, or it doesn't mean anything. If you disagree, that's okay. Most people, it's good to disagree in this day and age. It's good to have a conversation. It's good to test our thoughts and beliefs against the thoughts and beliefs of others. It's a healthy practice. There shouldn't be just one way of seeing things. Should there? Okay, now take your disposable thumbs and move them around and massage the middle center bottom of your foot. Go a little deeper. It's Easter. It's non sequitur Easter. So go deeper into your foot. Ow. Good. Now just push in as far as you can within reason. If the thumb goes through all the way through, stigmata, dig in. This cures up resentments, bitterness, betrayal, anger, jealousy, all that stuff in just minutes a day. Okay, wagulate your knees. If your knees have coagulated, you wagulate them and then they're uncoagulated. We're going to get a lot of alliteration today based on the book that I'm reading. Speaking of the word alliteration, I got that word in a 5th grade spelling bee. I missed the first letter. That's as badly as you can flame out in a spelling bee. Unless I guess you can't say it. They ask you to say it first. Alliteration obviously starts with an E. Come on. No, an I. All right. Now from here, we're going to sit back like this. And we're going to do windshield wipers. We had to use our windshield wipers a little bit last week, didn't we? That was nice. It's a reminder of whether you've washed your car recently, as you hear the sound of gravel on your filthy windshield being scraped into the glass, side to side. How did I know you haven't washed your car lately? Side to side. What a cool movement this is. Good. Now from here, we're going to plant our feet. We're going to plant our hands. We're going to gently lift up the dirigible of your behind. Good. We'll sink down. And now we'll cross lefty over righty. Then we'll see how we're doing with the crossing of the foot underneath. Yay, I can do it again. Yay. It's amazing what losing 50 pounds will do. Good. Now, just with your knees or your knees and your ankles crossed, slide in as far as you can. And keeping your right foot flat, just lift up for a moment. Doesn't have to be super aggressive like on Saturday. Just lift up. Open up the stuck energy in the joints. There's a lot of ecstasy, love, bliss, prana locked in our joints. That's why I practice joint juice, the release of congealed energy. Good, kitty cats. Come on down. Uncross your leggings. Switch the cross. Does this foot go under? Not quite yet. Still some work to do on that side. I'll get there. We'll all get there. Slide in as far as you can. Keep your left foot flat. Lift up. Doesn't have to be an aggressive lift. Just float up. Relax your head back. Stretch your chest up. Stir the pot. Stir up this, our bodies are congealed energy, ask Einstein. And every gram of flesh in our body is enough energy to run a major American city for a month. Did you know that? Come on down. Good job. Now left leg out, right leg out. Wiggle them out a little bit. And arms up. Now waddle on your ischial tuberosities. That's the bottom of your pelvis. Your sit bones. Good. Now root the legs down like an octopus with your suction cups. Arms up. Chin level, eyes closed. This pose is called Dandasana. Danda in Sanskrit means staff. The staff of the spine is stretched, elongated, firmed. Our spine, the yogis say the spine is the antenna of life force, comes down through our crown chakra and moves through the other 6 chakras. Chakra means wheel. The energy is wheeled out to the periphery of the body. If the chakras are in good shape, we are. If the chakras are jammed, then things go haywire. Relax your paws down, feet in. And one more little baby back bend, lift up. Easter for your keister, lift up. And come on down. Good. Left leg out, right ankle over the top. And hold your shin under if it does. Crack your toes. 1, 2, 3. Oh, whoa. And 5. Now just peel them open. Twist them, pull on them, shake them, yank them, crank them, open them up, get any gunk out that spring cleaning. Sometimes there's some detritus in there. Good. Now here's a sign of your morbidity and mortality. How easily can you get your fingers inside of your toes? If you can't, it was nice knowing you, but there's still hope for you. Get your fingers all the way in there. Trust me, you guys. Do I look trustworthy? Now grab your shin with your right hand. Crank a doodle dandy on your ankle. The yogis have a distressing saying. They say we die from the feet up. So in this practice, we keep the life force, the energy, the chi, the prana, the mojo, the hi, how you doing, going down, other way, and going up. 6, 7, 8. Now we're going to squeeze our right toes into our left fingers pretty hard, pretty hard. Splay your left toes open. Squeeze on this side, splay on this side. The sound of one hand praying in front of your heart, right hand obvi. Drop your chin, squeeze and splay. This balances the hemispheres of our brain. It stimulates our corpus callosum. That's the serial cable that connects the halves of our brain. Can you feel the bliss flow in? Sometimes it's like, there it is. He's right. Be still and you know that you are good. Good, you guys. And then take your paw out. Lace up a hands. Push up a sky. Stretch left side and right side. Be a cat for a second. One of these days we'll evolve enough to be cats. Good. Paws down. Now this left paw goes on top of your right knee, does it not? Signal a right turn. Tuck this behind your back and bring this hand around and grab this foot. Just kidding. And just turn to the right. If you do grab the foot from behind your back, I'll be doing that again, probably by summertime. I used to do it so easily. Now turn your face all the way to the left, torso to the right. We are calm and ecstatic souls. Now, that may not necessarily be your experience right now, but you are who you say you are. So if you're bold enough to say that you're a calm and ecstatic soul, you'll be moving in that direction. You'll be trudging the road of ecstatic destiny. Inhale here. Exhale, kids. Very nice. Now, I'm curious if you have yoga blocks, you should. So I'm exaggerating, but I'm going to build a Stonehenge right here to show my head coming down on the Stonehenge. That's too big. So I'm going to try something a little smaller. And today's class is not how much more flexible you are than Bendy Betty right next to you. Just does what you can. Relax your head down. Go inside. The kingdom of heaven is within us. That's the most bold declarative any spiritual master ever said, and they all said it. But because it's inside of us, you got to look. If our attention is habituated and addicted outward, then we're going to try to find heaven in some external person, place, or thing. Now, you could just take it from me. Doing that is the road to hell. So you could look inside. The road to hell is paved with good intentions. The road to heaven is not paved because nobody ever goes there. Roll your forehead out. Get that furrow out. Massage it out, the one that comes from extrapolating forward into imaginary futures and thinking of worst case scenarios. That's a bad idea. Now hold perfectly still. Next inhale, come up, beautiful yogis. Okay, we can move our blockages off to the side. I need to wet my whistle temporarily. I understand I talk a lot. It's my job. Okay, take your thumbnails. This is your big toe metatarsal right here. This is your big toe. This is the metatarsal, it's the knuckle. I want your thumbnail to go right there at the base of it. On both sides, dig in with your thumbnail. And if you don't find this provocative, stimulating, interesting, well, we need to get your lower parts lively. So push your thumbnail in as far as you can. If it bleeds, you've gone too far. Now chant Om with me. Chant the energy and the feeling of this translated into the release of energy. Now remember, Om is ow, spelled upside down. Now, if you did this one well, you saved yourself 5 years of psychotherapy, all the benefits. So consider this. I just saved you about $80,000. Okay, undo that. Good job. Stretch your pins out. In 300 or 400 years, people will go see energy healers. They'll push in a couple places and you'll rocket years forward in terms of healing. So consider me a shaman. You could call me a shaman if you want. Not a she-man, a shaman. By the way, I figured out my pronouns. Took me a long time. I had to sift and sort. My pronouns are handsome and brilliant. And relax your arms down. Right leg out. Lefty ankle over the top. Righty shin folds under. I like my pronouns. Crack your toes. 1, ow, 2, 3. Getting good cracks today, you guys. All right, now have your way with your toes. Pretend they're little kids. They love playing. They like being pulled on. Even the dead black purple one. You got to give your feet some attention, you guys. We die from the feet up. So get foot massages, walk in the grass with bare feet, go to the beach. It's called grounding. It's a strong metaphysical practice now. It's to go barefoot and ground with the earth. Good. Now take your right fingers, jam them in there. Run into the kitchen, get some avocado spray. Yeah, baby. Okay. Then grab your shin with your left hand. Gentle people, start your engines. 6, 7, 8. Do we have fun in our Sunday class, you guys? Yeah, we do. We have fun, we move our body, we relax, we giggle a little bit. We try not to take everything so damn seriously. Were you trained to take everything seriously? Now squeeze your left toes into your right fingers pretty strong. Splay your right toes open very much. Left hand prays at your heart, chin drops. We are calm and mirthful souls. When you're sentenced to earth, the best thing you can do is practice mirth. We're just on Earth for a little while. There's some other really cool galaxies, but you got to go through the Earth thing first. It's a gauntlet. If you mess up, you got to come back. That's okay. And relax that. Good job. Inhale. Outhale. Good. This is called arms extending out pose. Clever name. Now brings them in. Now lace one finger over the weird feeling way. Oh, it's so weird. And stretch up. Ooh. Good. Now be that mythical creature whose name I forgot, who holds the earth up with their hands and the earth, or the sky up with their hands, the earth down with their behind. Now turn left, left, left. Right hand, left knee, spine stays straight up and down, left arm behind. Now I'm going to snake my left arm behind my back. I'm going to pull my foot in and grab it. And we're going to take a twist to the left. And the face goes to the right. And your head tilts to the right, and you're so beautiful. Wear your coat of many colors, the one that Joseph wears, the coat of many colors. That's your spiritual, that's your etheric body. It never wears out, doesn't have any wrinkles, doesn't sag. It's beautiful beyond measure. When you have etheric vision, you can see it. How do you get etheric vision? Well, go wandering out into the pasture and see if there are any mushrooms growing. That's one way. You could meditate for 40 years and get it. You could meet a holy person, they would bestow it upon you instantly. There's a lot of ways, but you will get it. Inhale and release out. Oh, so good. So good. Now, what size obelisk will you build in front of you in order to bring your forehead down? Grab your left wrist with your right hand. That completes the circuit. And let's rest for a minute in it while we in it. Accept exactly where you are, right here, right now. It's enough. That's my mantra for the last 20 years. It's enough, it's enough, it's enough, it's enough. Thank you for exactly this. It's enough. Roll your forehead out like pancake batter. Gluten-free pancake batter. Good, now hold perfectly still. Practice Psalm 46. Be still and know that you are you know who. Lose your mind. Next inhale, come up, yogis. You can move your blocks off to the side. Take your opposable thumbs into the middle center bottom of your foot again. It's called Hridaya, and it's the heart center. If you're a reflexologist, go in, hold steady pressure as much as you can bear within reason. Relax your shoulders. Everybody's hunching their shoulders up. Stop it. Now chant Ao with me, long and bold and Ethel Merman-esque. Big inhale. Oh. Do you guys know who Ethel Merman is? You probably do. Do you think she ever had a problem asking for what she wanted? Do you think she was sort of a wallflower and was embarrassed to declare what she wanted in the world? Somehow, I suspect not. Watch the movie. It's a mad, 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 mad world, and get to know your inner Ethel Merman, you guys. Okay, undoes your legs. We're doing good. Back to the regular cross. 1 minute of Vipassana meditation. That just means watching your breath to the exclusion of everything else. If you don't like that, that's your problem, not mine. If you love it, join me in that field of just watching your breath. So much bliss. Bliss is always flowing by like a river. Put your pan into the river and get some out. It's Easter. Wherever you are with respect to Easter, enjoy the deepest meaning. Let there be a rebirth, a renewal, a restoration, a resurrection of love, of joy, of hope, of faith, of meaning, of truth, of life inside of you. Good. Now it's 12 o'clock high. Stay in your meditation. And here's an opportunity to pray for the thing yourself, the thing most wanted or needed in your life right now, when there's a nice blending between soul and spirit. Ask with great faith, with great certainty. Ask from a sense of presence. Ask boldly, ask confidently, ask humbly. Now remember, it's the universe's great pleasure to bestow blessings and answers to prayer among all of its kids. So be in receipt of the answer, feel the soothing, the relief, the gratitude, the joy, the thankfulness, the appreciation for prayers in advance. It's incredibly powerful. It's the most powerful thing in the universe, asking and receiving. But you have to receive, you have to be open to it. Accept, allow. Thank you, God, love, source, infinite, higher organizing principle, to the answer to prayers. Amen. Okay, I got you for about 5 more minutes. So if you would do some cats and cows with me, just to open up the beauty of your spine. This is one of the ways we receive the answers to prayer, is we get our bodily organism open to receipt, ups and downs, beautiful pace, matched with your breath. It makes sense, doesn't it? Our body is the container, the receiver of energy, of life force. And if the body's crammed up and jammed up, it's hard for the new to come in. So yoga opens up the vessel. You can't put old wine into new wineskins. Good. Now from here, simply take your right arm out, bring your right ear, right shoulder, right arm down. And left arm can go up around behind your back and rest in this inversion, this neck stretch, this shoulder release, this back opener, this bum lifter, this bliss. If it's too strong, moderate accordingly, build to suit. It's your real estate, build to suit. And if you'd like to join me in the field of ecstasy out beyond right thinking and wrong thinking, join me there. Oh, by the way, it's a twist too. It gets the ick out of your body. Okay, extract your left arm out from bondage. Press out of it to get out of this predicament. Cats and cows. Get the prana, the life force, to go up and down your spine, from crown chakra down to tailbone. Coordinate your breathing with the movement. Be a bellows. Good. Now from neutral position, left arm out. Thread the needle. Now you get to go through the eye of the needle. That's a spiritual metaphor, isn't it? Right arm up, right arm tucks behind your back. Now a rich man can't make it through the eye of the needle. Who can? Now, this pose may not be the best feeling thing that you've ever done in your life. I acknowledge that, but it's something. There's feeling, there's movement, there's release, there's gravity, there's stress, there's pressure, there's feels, there's movement, there's evolution, there's there. Okay, now get out of this pickle. And then lay prone for a sec. Prone means you lay prone. And then get up on your elbows like the Sphinx. And then turn your face all the way to the right as far as you can. Look behind you to see if you can see your feet back there. Are they back there? And a gentle extension of your spine. Let your guts sink. Relax your tuchus. Good. Now look all the way to the left. Mild elevation up and out of your elbows. Relax your guts. Heart spills forward. Don't overdo it, but don't underdo it. Just do it. Good. Now turn your face forward like the Sphinx, and then let your head come back. Never jam up your neck, but just relax your head and look up into your third eye. Feel as much of this feeling as you can appropriately, intelligently feel at this phase of your development. If we were 8-year-old Romanian gymnasts, we could just easily tickle the back of our head with our toes. We shan't be doing that in this class. Good. Now drop your chin down. Now from here, fold your toes under. This is our last movement to strengthen and give us spinal extension. Fold your toes under. The knees are down. Bring your elbows 1.5 inches more forward. Drop your chin. In this next position, the elbows and the knees stay down, and your tum and your bum lift. So it's London bridges, and a tugboat is going to float underneath your belly button. Your elbows and your knees are down, and you're extending and bringing space in between your vertebrae. 10, 9, 8, 7, suck your guts up. Here comes a cat on a Roomba wearing a shark outfit to drive underneath your belly button. 2, 1, and collapse into a heap. Now, yoga rotisserie onto your back. Strongly suggest grabbing a blanket for underneath your neck. Bring your right knee in, hug it in. Lift up your head, neck, and shoulders, right elbow over your right knee, and relax your head back. We're going to do each knee for about 30 seconds, and then we'll go into vegetable pose on the floor. We will veg together. Think of all the movements we did in just a little over an hour. We went around the world in 80 minutes. I love this pose. Good. Now trade your lefty knee in for your righty knee. Hands are fine. If you want to lift up and get your left elbow around your left knee, toes cool, head back, spine long, shoulders relaxed, hug. Every exhale, relax those kidneys. I'm learning to relax my kidneys. I think stressing my kidneys in my life may have what led to kidney stones. So, man, am I learning my lesson, keeping my kidneys relaxed, not making them squirt cortisol all day long. That's not good. Everything's going to be okay. If you're a catastrophizer, stop doing that. Start practicing impending okay. You don't even have to practice impending good. Impending okay is okay. That becomes impending good after a while. Now just release your lefty leg out. You can put a bolster underneath your knees, arms at the side of your body, and the kids are all right. They relaxed into Savasana for about 5 minutes together. Cover yourself with a blanket if you want. And settle in for a deep Easter restoration session. Peace be with you. Shavasana means corpse pose. It implies a death. How does that relate to today's celebration? Death is the ultimate surrender, is it not? Nothing more can be held on to. It is a complete release. Practice a little bit of death every day. You get a little bit of resurrection every single day. Now, if you like the idea of inviting God, love, source, universe, infinite higher organizing principle, love, Jesus, Buddha, Goddess into you, now's the time. The God of your own understanding. You might say something like, come into me, infinite higher organizing glory. I surrender. I die to who I think I am, that I may know who I really am. Wiggle your fingers and toes, circulate fresh life, rebirth through yourself. Feel that ultimate refreshment of spirit. Draw your knees in, curl onto your right side. Okay, with our eyes closed in reverence, we'll sit up together in the same conscious contact. And if you would, with your eyes closed, just sitting, just delving into the deepest felt place in the center of your being. Let's call it sanctum sanctorum, the inner sanctum. Is it not evident that we all share the same depth of being? We're branches from the very same tree, drops from the very same ocean. Let love and tolerance be our code, even to those who think differently than we do. Hands to the heart, head bows. Thanks to the one who always brings us back to life. All together we say, Namaste. Happy Easter, my friends. I sure am glad you joined. Thank you for